needs to know. This is our little secret. No one needs to know. Jethro.
Hey!
Nathan! Sebastian!
I know it is for my own good. I know it is for my own good. It is for my own good. It is for my own good. I bring it on myself. I know it is for my own good.
You are on our land. Leave.
Father Zebekiah,
No, please, do not get up.
how charitable of you to visit an old man on his deathbed.
Do not talk such trifle. You're in prime condition. You'll be running up and down the farm in no time.
I hope so, Father, I hope so. Certainly things can't go on like this for much longer. Shall we refresh you, Father?
Thank you, brother. Excellent.
I regret that's all I can afford.
Nonsense. I was just thinking, my mother used to make a fine oat biscuit. They're good for the constitution.
Indeed. So, what of the backsliders trespassing on our lands?
Well, news travels fast if word has reached you so soon.
Your boy Thomas has been coming around to visit. He looks after myself and the family the best he can.
It's very dutiful of him.
You raised a fine young man in Thomas. He'll be wanting to marry soon. But yes, the backsliders. Thomas seems to think it was Brother Francis' children. Sister Sevilla must have been quite shaken.
She came through it well. She was in self-reparation.
Perhaps the prophet would wonder of it.
That may be, brother. At any rate, it will be top of the agenda for tonight's assembly. We must deal with this issue quickly and calmly to avoid panic.
I have faith in your ability to handle the situation, Father.
Brother, are you quite all right?
The pain doesn't bother me so much as the idleness. A man must provide for his family, and with winter fast approaching...
You must not concern yourself. Please do not worry. You're not alone. The whole community wishes you a speedy recovery.
There's something that I wish to discuss with you. It's been quite some time since Sister Rachel's departure. And Thomas is no longer a child dependent on you, but a capable man, quite able to stand on his own 2 feet and look after himself and others. I was wondering if you'd considered that now might be the time to begin increasing your family again. Today, my eldest daughter, Anneliese, comes of marriageable age. And if you'd accept my humble gifting, perhaps you'd be a suitable bride.
Brother Delaware, I would be pleased to accept your offer. A most honourable and thoughtful gifting you have bestowed upon me and my family.
I'm so glad that this is favourable to you.
I am most pleased. And Brother Delaware, do not worry. I will do all within my power to make sure you are well looked after this winter. After all, we are to be family.
Thank you, Father. Indeed, your kindness knows no bounds.
I'm sure by now the news has reached everyone of last night's incident. The backsliders trespassing on our land expressly to menace our beloved Sister Sevilla. The backsliders bring to our lands contagion and pollution. It is this contagion that caused the Barrett girl to stray and follow her nature rather than her good conscience. Preparations are being made as we speak for the girl and her mother to be repaired. Thomas.
At my father's request, I have set up a patrol of a few young men. We will protect the edge of our territory from these backsliders and ensure that they do not step foot in our land again.
I know many of you are worried for fear of the seeping. This is a legitimate concern. The backsliders are unpredictable, and their behaviour is out of control, but we must be vigilant. If we stray, we must repair. A gangrenous fingernail begins as a small blemish, but soon the rot spreads to a finger, an arm, and before long the whole body is consumed with a toxic, putrid rot. This rot must be cut out at source. No one is ever safe from the seeping. Nothing must be left unrepaired. If a hand strays, repair it. If your mouth strays, repair it. If a wife or child goes unrepaired, the whole family rots. If the family rots, the disease seeps into our community. Sister Sevilla, Have you anything to add?
I have received another warning from the prophet. One who diligently partakes in the reparations and whose mind is not filled with pollution is invulnerable to the seeping. How then is it that these backsliders felt they could walk into our territory? Someone in this room is a weakness in our community. An open wound, allowing the seeping to creep in. Brother Bartholomew questioned the book of laws. He questioned the prophet, even though the prophet speaks from the other side, questioned the prophecy to justify his own pollution. But the prophet sees all things. He watches over all of us and warns us of things to come. That Barrett girl who caused Brother Bartholomew to stray and the mother must be repaired, or else we will all face destruction. Since the father passed away, the mother has been unable to control the children. We must stop the rot from spreading, or more women and children will become the next victims of the seeping. Brother Francis allowed himself to be enticed by Sister Hannah. And we all know how that ended up. My brothers, guard yourself against your women, lest you also become enticed.
Thank you for that prophecy, Sister Sevilla. May the prophet continue to offer us his guidance through you.
Prophet be with you.
Now, on to other matters. Brother Delaware's road to recovery will be a slow one, and it is uncertain when he will be able to return to work. As a community, we are all responsible for each family within it. And so, in addition to the tithes we give to Sister Sevilla, we will each contribute 1/10 of our food and provisions to Brother Delaware and his family. Come, brothers. We must look after one another. Now, to the final order of business, an announcement. At the end of this week, my household will increase by one. Brother Delaware's eldest daughter, Sister Annalise, is to join my family as my new bride.
Father?
Thomas, how is the border? Have the backsliders tried to come onto our land again?
Not so far. Speaking of news, however, I believe congratulations are in order with regard to your recent engagement to Sister Annalise.
Thank you, Thomas. Well, it is as Brother Delaware says. I am not so old that I cannot expand my family. Perhaps now is the time to start.
Yes. Well, I will once again attend to my duties.
Thomas. No, never mind. Sister Sevilla.
Father Zebekiah, Thomas has much on his mind.
Should I be worried about my son?
Why, certainly you should worry. He is to be the next leader after you are gone. Everything he does deserves scrutiny.
I had thought he would be happier at the news of my marriage. We have not had a woman in the house to look after us for some time.
I will keep a close watch over him, Father Zebekiah. You must not worry. These trespassers, though, Brother Francis's boys.
Did you see them? Are you certain it was them?
Well, they live on the other side of the borderline, so who else could it be? The prophet, Jethro, came to me in a vision and warned me of that family, and the news is not good.
Warned you?
That girl, Brother Francis's girl. Since the parents died, she has made a poor job of raising those brothers of hers. She struggles to control them, rabid victims of the seeping. They will become a contagion. The prophet wants us to right Brother Francis's wrongs. We must take the boys back into the community.
Take them back? How can we do that? She is their legal guardian. We cannot break the laws of the outsiders, or they will come into our community and destroy it.
The prophet demands it, Father Zebekiah. It must be accomplished. Besides, the farm makes much profit and should belong to the community. But for that backslider, Brother Francis, polluting the mind of old Gideon against the prophet, the farm would have been left to the community in his will, not Brother Francis. You must find a way, Father Zebekiah. You must find a way of protecting the boys and reclaiming what is ours.
Why run away now, Thomas? After coming all this way to intimidate me in my own home?
Intimidate? Like your brothers tried to do last night. We've set up a patrol to make sure they do not get in again.
I see. Then you wouldn't mind if I patrol as well, seeing as now you're trespassing on our land.
I shall be on my way. I would not want to remain any longer on Brother Francis's land. Why do you follow me? Go your way. I merely wanted to ensure that your brothers do not bother Sister Sevilla again.
I can assure you, the brothers were... They were given a telling off. It won't happen again.
Will it not? Yet it has happened before. Your brothers are unruly and undisciplined. They're left to run riot, unchecked. You clearly are not doing a good job of raising them on your own. The boys should not be made to pay for your parents' wickedness. They should be back in the community.
It was my father's wish for us to stay here. There must have been a good reason for him to leave.
What reason? He allowed himself to be corrupted and did not live up to his duties. Would you deprive your brothers of a good life because of your own stubbornness? What do you know? You are a woman, a lost soul. The boys are growing into men. They need to be around other men to teach them our ways.
Our father taught us the old ways. The ways of the community before Jethro started having his visions. When Jethro persuaded everyone that he was a prophet, everything changed.
Don't talk such twisted evil. We are elevated as a community because of Prophet Jethro. We have been selected. Our community thrives. What would you know? Rotting out here, running your mouth, exposing yourself with no repercussions. Such things are unbecoming of a woman. You do not know your place. Why should any man want you?
I would rather rot than live the miserable existence of your wretched community. Your poor mother endured much.
What did you say?
I just meant...
What do you know about my mother? You need to learn how to behave as a woman. Your mother would have set a bad example when she was alive, and your father would have been too corrupted to teach you. For that I excuse you, but do not ever speak of my mother. Do you hear?
Such wonderful news. You're to be the wife of the leader. You and I are in uniquely important positions as women. As the leader's wife, you will have much influence and will need someone to help you navigate these tricky waters. I will allow you to lean on me, and I will allow myself to guide you.
Thank you, Sister Sevilla.
Thanks are not needed. Duty is a must. I understand you are to join Father Zebekiah's household at the end of the week. It will be good for you to leave your father's house and have a household of your own and 2 men to look after. Speak, child.
So soon? I mean, my father, I had hoped...
Your father will be fine. The community will look after him. As Father Zebekiah's wife and a young girl unschooled in the ways of women and men, you will make a fitting companion for me and an acceptable wife for the leader.
Yes, Sister Sevilla.
Don't thank me. You are fortunate. When the prophet was alive, he spoke highly of Father Zebekiah. Indeed, he was the closest thing Jethro ever had to a brother. I will teach you to be a good wife, obey him, and submit to him as any wife should. You must bear him many children to propagate his legacy. A man in his position should have multiple children. You will do all of these things, will you not?
Yes, Sister.
Good. As I am sure you are aware, Father Zebekiah has had ill fortune these past few years. The prophet and I tried to put a stop to that corrupt and putrid soul, Rachel, trying to bring him down, trying to douse the flames of his brilliance with her peculiar and insidious antics. You are to take her place. Sister Rachel met a deserving end. I'm sure that will not be the case for you if you listen well and take heed of my counsel.
Yes, Sister Sevilla.
You are indeed fortunate to have a companion in me. Sister Rachel met a deserving end. I'm sure that will not be the case for you if you listen well and take heed of my counsel. This is all because the backsliders brought pollution to our land. Contagion has set in.
Brother Delaware, do not worry. We will find Annalise and fetch her back. We can only hope she's not too late for redemption.
No, Father Zebekiah. Brother Delaware should be worried. As head of household, his responsibility was to ensure that his family walked a straight path. It is as the prophet warned. The seeping has set in. The darkness is under your roof. Rot has latched onto your daughter. Your weakness has allowed your family to stray and your daughter to be drawn in by evil on our doorstep. And this has cast an ugly shadow over our father. I warned you, Father Zebekiah. We must deal with the backsliders.
Sister Sevilla, what am I to do? I'm the head of this house. It is my responsibility to protect and provide for my family. And yet I can barely walk through this great pain I'm in. I think day and night of all that I should be doing and all that I can't. Is it my fault? Did I ask to lose a shred of my manliness? Ask the prophet. What should I do?
Brother Delaware, pray, stop with this display. You must be strong. These are difficult times.
Your
and we
injury is a poor excuse. Things will need to be readjusted. Sister Annalise will be retrieved and she will become an obedient wife to Father Zebekiah. The mother will bear the responsibility of the reparations.
Right. Thomas must go to the farm and fetch her back. No, wait, what of the danger, Sister Sevilla? Does not Thomas risk becoming a victim of the seeping if he sets foot on that farm?
Well, if he's...
I have nothing to fear. I am a child of the book. Infection needs an open wound. I have tough skin.
It cannot be helped. He must go. The prophet is speaking to me. Wait. Yes.
Sister Sevilla.
Yes, Jethro. Yes. Rebecca can be redeemed. She is a true victim of the seeping, taken away by her parents from our community as a mere child. She struggles with the boys, struggles with the farm. Yes, Jethro, there is hope for her. If Thomas can persuade her back into the community, we can purify the source of the contagion, reclaim the boys and the land which should belong to Jethro. Sister Annalise need not be repaired if the girl returns. She will have done the community a favour and paved the way for redemption of Brother Francis's boys. But the mother is another matter. Yes, Thomas, you must fetch them all back. But not a word to anyone of all this, and you must swear Brother Ethan to secrecy.
Indeed. Thomas, go and find Annalise and fetch her back and tell Rebecca that we welcome her return to the community.
Yes, Father.
Brother Delaware, Sister Annalise is no longer your concern. You gifted her to Father Zebekiah, and she is his property. Father Zebekiah and I will do what we can do to remove the contagion.
What have I done? I wasn't thinking. I panicked at the thought of marriage.
There you are. Warm yourself.
Father Zebekiah is a good man, better than I deserve. I've brought shame on my family.
Marriage? To Father Zebekiah? No wonder you fled. Who was it that told you were to marry Father Zebekiah?
My father gifted me to him for being so kind to us and looking after us while my father was ill.
How dare your father do such a thing? He is meant to protect you, not give you away like a box of tools. I had thought better of Brother Delaware. My father always had a lot of respect for him.
I should be grateful that my father has found me a good man to marry. I shouldn't like to be alone like you. You have no father to arrange a good marriage. That is why you struggle all by yourself.
I would have liked my father to arrange my marriage. I'm not acquainted with many men. Parents are meant to arrange their children's marriage based on love, not gift them as a favour. That's how it was for my mother and father. Their parents came together and they arranged their marriage because they thought they would be happy together.
I don't know. I don't know it was a mistake. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Of course you do. You don't run away from home without a good reason. In your heart of hearts, you know what your father did was wrong. Why should you have to live with it?
I shouldn't have come. What is to become of my mother when they discover what I've done? I could go back now and I wouldn't be missed. I could slip back and no one would know that I was gone.
Why? Why would you want to go back? The community is corrupt. Jethro and Sibylla's lies have blinded everyone. Jethro is no prophet. There are no visions.
I don't believe your lies. You are evil. I must leave now.
No, stop! You do not understand. If you go back now, they will force you to marry Zebekiah.
Father Zebekiah, you mean? Sister Sevilla is right. You are contagion. You have made me do this.
Will you listen to yourself? Was I there when you decided to bolt through the woods in your night attire? Look, you do not have to go back. You can stay here with me. All right, it's all right. I will tell them I have not seen you and you have not come, and they will move on. I will hide you, I promise. You! How dare you!
You have no right to hold something that belongs to us.
Something?
Come, Annalise. Come away from this place. Come, Annalise. If we go now, no one need ever know what happened.
No, stay, Annalise. Nothing has changed.
You've said enough. This is exactly what the prophet said in his revelations to Sister Sevilla. You are poisoning our people by sending your brothers onto our land to spread your contagion. Your insidious rot.
I have done nothing. She came here out of her own free will. She just doesn't want to be gifted. That is it.
Annalise, you have a responsibility to your family. They are responsible for you. If you will not come with me, your mother will be forced to accept the shame.
Why is that her problem?
Her family will be scorned. People will no longer contribute provisions. Do you want your family to starve?
Clearly, she is not happy.
Happy? Since when has happiness been the only consideration? Am I to suppose that you are happy, stewing in your own squalor, blissful in your ignorance, spewing filth and infecting everything you touch? We are an honest people. Life is tough, but we take our great burden of responsibility and duty seriously. We accept that things are for the greater good. Unlike the selfish, who put their own comforts before their principles and have no true beliefs. We do not run away in fear like cowards just because we're not happy. All that is waiting for you on the other side is doom. And Sister Annalise is not going to follow you there. Come, Annalise!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't. I made a mistake. Please, I'm sorry.
Why no more? I have understood your shame. The contagion took hold of you momentarily and took control of your mind. The prophet foretold this, but all things happen for a reason. We will go back now and say no more about this. The matter is at an end.
Is this true?
Apparently, it depends on Sister Rebecca.
Me?
If you agree to go through reparation and return to the community, Annalise will not need readjusting. Apparently, since it is you who is the source of the contagion, it is you who needs to be purified.
I haven't done anything. She came here because she's not happy. I don't need to be purified or go through whatever.
Reparation. You need to be repaired.
Do you even know what a reparation is?
I do not know exactly what goes on. We men are not supposed to know.
It's nothing. It is a healing and purifying process carried out by the older women in the community. It is done with love. It is as Brother Thomas says. You will gain a sense of peace and you will find a good husband to take care of.
I suggest you come with me, Annalise. Sister Rebecca, come with your brothers in the morning. Ask any of the women for Sister Sevilla. You're cold. Here.
Could you direct me to Sister Sevilla's?
Where is the smallest?
He's outside playing. I'll take the boys. Sister Sevilla will take care of Sister Rebecca. I'll send some men to take care of the farm.
The farm? I don't remember anything about that.
Come, girl, don't fret. You are back among your people now.
Thomas, we must let Brother Delaware know the matter is resolved. You like the hat? You can have the hat. Come, Thomas.
You are a brave girl atoning personally for all these transgressions. You must personally think very highly of Thomas to let him persuade you.
What do you mean?
Come now.
What exactly are reparations? Are they some sort of calming therapy?
The women are here to take us there. Come, girl.
So, you are the two little bundles of mischief that have been causing so much trouble lately, eh? Do not worry. I remember what it is to be young, your age, bored, looking for adventure at every turn. It must be hard to lose a father. I lost my father at 10 years old. Your sister has done her best in trying to raise you. But you must live among men to learn to live as men. Come!
Wait, please! Let me go!
What is this? A man must be steadfast and strong. As the heads of our families, it is our duty to not be weak. Ethan is a soft boy. He's been weakened by the seeping. We must teach him to embrace the role he was born into. We must make him a man.
Go on, soft boy, kill it! Kill the bleeding thing! I'm so bleeding soft! Soft in the head! What has he done to you? He's just a poor girl. You kill the poor thing. We know better than animals ourselves. Stop this! Stop this wicked behaviour! We're all brothers here! Kill!
This is Brother Barnabas. He has come to inspect you. After the reparations, you are to be his gifting.
No.
Don't worry. After the reparations are complete, you will make him a good wife. Backsliders, get them out!
Stay away from me, you horrible, evil man. I should never have trusted you. I should never have trusted Annalise. This was all a ploy, wasn't it? Annalise pretending to be in trouble, you pretending to come and fetch her. The plan all along to get me to come here and be tortured into giving you my father's farm. Stay away from me.
No, Becca. There was no ploy. I just wanted what was best for you and your brothers. The prophet said...
There is no prophet, you fool! Jethro is dead, and he was never a prophet. Sevilla is a liar. She's lying about her visions to get what she wants. She is a crazy woman who enjoys torturing people.
No, Becca.
She said, go away!
Nathan, no. Stop.
Sister Sevilla, what happened?
She resisted reparations. Horrible girl. I should never have given her a second chance. She is evil.
But I thought you said it was the prophet's orders to give her a chance.
Sister Sevilla, the boys, they...
Oh, I know, they ran off. She resisted reparations, evil girl.
This is unprecedented. Well, then they must be retrieved.
You're too late. They've succumbed to the seeping. The prophet will not be pleased.
You promised that if Sister Annalise were to return, she would not be repaired. You gave your word.
The prophet wills it. Even as we speak, the deed is being done.
Did not the prophet say that Sister Annalise would be free from reparation if the backsliders were to be brought here? What now? Does the prophet make such an error?
I warn you, Thomas, do not speak ill of the prophet. It is us who acted in error and failed to follow the prophet's instructions.
The one who contradicted the prophet is beside you. Sevilla uttered that she should have never given Sister Rebecca a chance. She never mentioned the prophet.
Brother Thomas, I never thought I would hear such foolish words from you. The prophet and I are one. He speaks through me. His words are absolute, so too then are my words absolute.
Rebecca was right. The humble messenger of the prophet has become haughty.
Since when do you defy the prophet for a mere girl and one who's to be your father's gifting? Do you and she have designs upon one another? The prophet was right. The two girls have both enticed you.
Yes. So this is to be my burden. To be betrayed by you, my own flesh. Sister Sibylla was right. It is you who are the weakness in this community. You are the conduit for the seeping. Prophecy is never wrong.
How dare you? Father, I've only ever...
Do not lie to me! The prophet has eyes everywhere. You visit Brother Delaware not out of duty, but out of desire. And you conspired against your father, your own father, with that backslider to destroy any hope I had of rebuilding my family.
Father, how can you think that of me?
Do not lie to me! The prophet has eyes everywhere!
The prophet is dead!
No. It is you who are dead to me.
Father Zebekiah will never be the same again. To think, a week ago, he had so much to look forward to. And I had just managed to persuade your father to gift you to him as well. I had to gift you to Brother Barnabas instead. After your actions, you were no longer suitable for Father Zebekiah. Brother Barnabas has said I can have you for 1 day a week. He is harsh, like Jethro. But that brings us together, strengthens our bond, our understanding of what it is like to live with pain. When Jethro transcended and traveled to the other side, I missed the pain. We bring it on ourselves, you know. It is for our own good. I miss his voice. I mean, I hear his voice every day in the visions, of course I do. When you have finished your chores, you may leave. I have some matters of the prophet to attend to. Look, Jethro, I have something for you. Yes, Jethro. This is our little secret. No one must ever know. I bring it on myself. I see it is my own good.
veiled eyes do look upon. For each peaceful night there's a dog on patrol that echoes the wind.
Don't despair, for the truth that you seek is anywhere and everywhere. There are miles of ocean that run just as deep, only to lead nowhere. Listen up, it makes no difference. Point in finding selfish reasons, points in adding complications. Why are you so different? Go wandering over again, see where it takes you. I got scars of ashes to tell my tale, tears and sweat drip to fill my pain, and I can't stand you. Let history repeat itself if you won't listen. I got scars for ages that prove me well. Time has stories that eyes can't tell, and I can't stand you. And history repeats itself when you don't listen.
And at the bottom of the stairs I rid myself of you, sent you away from prying eyes, I sent you off into the world to rectify your point of view.
But in the middle of the night I was calling you. I beat myself in times of fear, greater punishment, but I'll survive as long as you do too.